Okay guys, now let us consider question number 20. So if x minus 1 factorial has 10 zeros and at the end x factorial has 12 zeros and at the end what is the value of x? So if x minus 1 has factorial has 10 zeros and x factorial has 12 zeros, then what is the value of x? So the question seems to be simple. Yeah, of course the question is simple if you know the concept of how to count zeros from a set of numbers, which you need to multiply, right? So look here, for example, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So how many zeros here it will be? So in order to get a zero, you need to check how many pairs of 2 and 5 that you are multiplying, right? How many pairs of 2 and 5 that you are multiplying. So that you need to check. So according to that, you can check the number of zeros. For example, in the set of, so if you are multiplying this 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, and if you are factorizing it, and you just check how many pairs of 2 and 5 you can make, how many pairs of 2 and 5 you can make. So correspondingly, there will be number of zeros. For example, if you got only one pair of 2 and 5, then you will be having only 1 zero. If there is 2 pairs of 2 and 5, then there will be 2 zeros in the multiplication value, right? So when you solve this question, it will be very easy. So while you're solving this question, you can easily understand what I meant. So if x minus 1 factorial has 10 zeros, then x factorial has 12 zeros. At the end of the value, what is the value of x? So here, what do you mean by factorial? What do you mean by x factorial? X factorial is nothing but 1 into 2 into 3 into etc. into x factorial. What do you mean by x minus 1 factorial? X minus 1 factorial is equal to what? 1 into 2 into 3 into etc. into x minus 1 factorial. So I think you all know the concept of the factorial, right? For example, 3 factorial means what? 1 into 2 into 3, right? 4 factorial is what? 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. 5 factorial means what? 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So here there is no factorial symbol. Okay, sorry. So x factorial means what? So likewise x factorial is 1 into 2 into 3 into etc. up into x, etc. up to x. And likewise x minus 1 factorial 1 into 2 into 3 into etc. up to x minus 1. Okay, so here in the question is saying that x minus x factorial has how many zeros? X factorial, the value x factorial means what? 1 into 2 into etc. up to x. So this value contain how many zeros? This value contain how many zeros? 12 zeros, right? 12 zeros. And x minus 1 factorial, x minus 1 factorial, that is 1 into 2 into 3 into etc. into x minus 1. So this contain how many zeros? This contain only 10 zeros, right? 10 zeros. That means, for example, if the number is 24 and 25, 25 factorial, the value containing 12 zeros, but 24 factorial, the value containing only how many zeros? The value containing only 10 zeros. So likewise, we need to find the x and we need to find the x value here, right? So for that, you need to check, just check the multiplication and just check how many zeros it will be coming. So look here, first of all, we know the value of x. So we know the value of x. X is somewhere, maybe it will be after 50 or it will be after 100. So we don't know the value of x. So first of all, I am checking so look here, x factorial 1 into 2 into 3 into etc. into 10, right, into etc. into 20 into etc. into 30. So likewise into x. So first of all, I am checking how many zeros are there for the value 1 into 2 into etc. up to 10, right. So look here, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into etc. into 10, right. So here, now look here how you are taking the pair of 2's and 5's. So here there is 0 already, right. So 10 is there, so you can write that 0 or you just split it as 5 into 2. So 5 into 2, I said that if you are getting a pair of 2 and 5, then you can calculate it as 1 0. So 10, you already know that it is 5 into 2. So I am writing 0 as there. So now, is there any more pair of 5 and 2? Of course, look here, 2 and 5. So again, one more 0 is there. So 2 zeros. Now from 11 to 20. So 11 into 12 into 13 into 14 into 15 into etc. into 20. How many zeros are there? So 20 is what? 2 into 10. So again you are getting 1 0. Then 15 you can write 5 into 3. Right? 12 you can write 6 into 2. Again you are getting pair of 2 and 5. So again you are getting 2 zeros. And now from 21 to 22 into 23 into 24 into 25 into etc. up to 30 into 30. Again you are getting 1 0 there. Then 25 is what? 5 into 5. Then 22 is what? 2 into 11. And 24 is what? 2 into 12. So again you are getting 2 pairs of 2 and 5, right? 2 pairs of 2 and 5. So 0, 0. You are getting 3 zeros. Then 31 into 32 into etc. 33 into 34 into 35 into etc. into 40. So how many zeros you are getting? So here 1 0, 35 you can write it like 7 into 5, and 32 you can write, how you can write 32? 16 into 2, right? So again you are getting 2 and 5, one more pair. So 2 zeros. 2 zeros. Now 40, 41 into 42 into 43 into 44 into 45 into etc. up to into 50. So look here, 50 means what? 5 into 10. 45 means what? 9 into 5. 42 is what? So now you got 2 5s, right? 2 5s and 1 0. So already there is a 0. Just write that 0. And 42 is what? 42 will be what? 21 into 2, right? 21 into 2. And 44 is what? 22 into 2. Look here. Now you got 2 pairs and 2 5s, right? So 1 0 is there, and there are 2 pairs of 2 and 5s, right? 2 pairs of 2 and 5s. Total how many zeros? Total 3 zeros are there. So 3 zeros. So total from, that means if you are adding the total number of zeros, right? If you are adding the total number of zeros, look here. If you are adding the total number of zeros, look here, 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That means total 12 zeros are there. Total 12 zeros are there, right? So that means 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into etc. into 50. The value will be containing how many zeros? The value will be containing 12 zeros. But if you are taking, that means the x value is what? X value is 50. Okay. So if you are taking x is equal to 4, so it is saying that up to 50 it is 12 zeros, right? So up to 49 they are saying that it will be only 10 zeros, right? So let us check whether it is 10 zeros or not. So let us check, let us find the factorial up to 49, right? Means 41 into 42 into 43 into 44 into 45 into etc. into 49, right? So 45 is what? 7, so it will be 9 into 5, right? So 42 is what? 42, it is 12 into, sorry, 21 into 2, 21 into 2, and 44 is what? 22 into 2. So 5 into 2, 1 pair you are getting, right? 1 0 only. Right. So you are getting how many zeros? If the value is till 49, it will be 9 zeros, right? it will be 9 zeros. That means if you are looking onto the factorial, that means if you are looking onto the factorial up to 50, that means if you are finding the factorial up to 50, so if you are looking up to 50 factorial, you are getting 12 zeros, right? But if you are looking up to 49 factorials, then you are getting 9 zeros. Okay, so this is how you need to solve this answer. So you just keep this thing in your mind. You just calculate how many 2s and 5s in a set of multiplication value and just check the pairs of 2 and 5s. So that pairs of 2 and 5s will give you what? The value 0. So this is the only thing that you need to keep in your mind here.